Hi everyone, I am Tara, aka Spirit Mother, and I'd like to welcome you all back to my channel on YouTube. I am Spirit Teaches Going With Itself. On my TikTok, I am 1974 Enlightened Soul, and I'm also live on my Facebook. If you're new to my channel, I usually recommend that people. And what the heck just happened there? Oh, I broke the the thing for my story on TikTok. I broke the thing for my phone. Um, it's that thing there, my phone stand, and I'm trying to figure out how to sort this out and have something that will kind of stand for me. So if I didn't know that this was going to happen. Okay, crap. Okay, let's hope that this works. Okay, as everyone can see, I do not have any makeup or anything on today because I've been doing some research. I've been I've been looking into my ancestry line, and wow, oh wow, what a doozy! Okay, yeah, no, I'm going to be honest. Um, I just started, I started doing it before and I lost track of it. I just totally left it out. And I've been doing a lot of work and cross-referencing. I've been doing a lot of screaming and crying because I'm seeing that my ancestral line was renewed. My ancestors had a legacy in different ways. And what happened to it? I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. And I know that there's a lot of my ancestral line in spirit is really agitated, and people wonder why you know, they say the curse about God, like many curses in different communities. I went on a tour last night, and they were talking with different families, and my family married into these people married into my family. I even went and there was two brothers, which happens like which happens to be a relative of one of my first great, second great grandmother that arrived here. National Police, yeah, and to see the shit that I have done. You know what? If those people are watching, those spirits are watching, these people are selling this for the did. And I know that there's other parts of the spirit that are trying to keep me from bringing things forward because I can feel it when I go to these places and I ask questions, and then all of a sudden, like there's nothing there. It's like my family didn't exist in the area. I'm reading an article here, and oh man, like what happened right now? I know that spirit feels me because I can still feel it. What happened to my family? Where did everything go? Paperwork. That's not it. We're here. That's not it. We're here. That's not it. Not done yet. And I can tell by the expression on the people's faces, especially when I say who my first great granddaddy was, that came of what happened. You know, you had Canadians, you had England, and you had the British. Last night when I went on that tour, they looked nothing about my family. And I actually have the will of my my sixth great granddaddy. And then I went back and I looked who they were related to, who married into their family. Am I all right? I've been finding out. It's not about the money or the wealth. It was about how they tried to take us right in the box. So you may be experiencing that yourself, especially if you're going and you're looking through your ancestral lines. Like I'm finding stuff out that is just totally freaking mind blowing. Like my head wanted to, it was like so intense that it just wanted to explode. And my mother, my grandparents, my ancestors, all of which are deceased, because all I could feel within my body was that somebody just wanted to take and just run through. They wanted to rip shit apart. I was getting the feeling of just everything shaking and my head violently banging against the wall. I know there's been foul play. And this year, that's not research. That's to one person. And I want to know what happened. And I will, because I know that it's there for me. Because you're bringing it forward. I go into different places. And this goes back to the mid 1700s and plus before that, because they all basically came at the same time. They knew one another. They married into. These other people married into this year, family line. It doesn't have part of my family line. But this does. See, I asked a relative, I asked my uncle, to get me a copy of the ancestor line that was done on my family. They don't want to help me. And you know what? That's okay because my ancestors and my guides are saying, my family is saying, that's okay. Whenever I talk to my dad about this, oh, well, they're not related anymore. You know what? They like to say about there being a curse on the family. Last night when I was going around, it was like I was jolting and jerking and speaking in different languages. Because you know what? I would love to get in contact with the people of Kusa, with the Kusa of Ireland, just to talk to them. Because I see some of the stuff that they put up. They don't know. They don't know the truth unless they've actually dug in it. They only know certain parts of it. And people want to talk because I feel that for myself. And I feel that within them. Whenever I go there and I start speaking in my family, my ancestors, as they call it, a Karak dialect. They said that a lot of it was Indians. My family married into my great well my great granddaddy that comes here. I said it before. He was one of the ones that was part of Cornwallis. He wasn't working for Cornwallis. He was protecting people from, and it caused his living. The one I'm speaking of, he's seen it as a kid. Right now, there's a spirit in here that's, you think I don't feel it? And people go, "Oh, you're pretty fucking or you got that." Yes, I freaking do because it's spirits. It's not because they want to hurt people. It's because they want to make things right. See, people just want to keep fighting. You know, you have to keep I can, like my ancestor line, I can connect it with pretty much every that was involved. And it's fuck. Mhm. He had a religious seal, and the religious seal, I think, fucked him over. And wonder why I don't like a church. Because the same reverend was in different things. And se cotorea, que me ajuda que tu turista não tutorial, que tu turista não. This is all of that right now. and it was all over green. Seriously, people, you fucked over your own family. What the fuck is wrong with you? This is a spirit to spirit. So if you're feeling this, then your spirit must be connected. Am I a basket case? No, I'm just fucking tired of it. It's like I can feel that they don't that these people pretty sure their spirits know who I fucking am. From the time that I speak and say who my ancestors are, and one person tell me because I said I was here to make things right. I was told it's gonna be hard. You know, I could actually sit here and exploit them all. But I'm still thinking, when I go looking, there was one place that I actually was able to find something, and then the rest of the places I went to was always different things. No mention of my family. There's one like a small mill. Ooh, I must say, there is, I have the actual copy of the will, and I went back and I have it like stuff, and I also have a copy of a will of somebody who different things. And it just so happens that the one that came in and like found the treasure. They just happen to have the same people in their will as being an executor that actually how did they put it? It was the same reverend, and there was another person that was the same, and now that family's and they actually married into that Randy. The topic is a call out to call, yeah, call out to my like They will know who they are, and I will be coming back to bring this on my channel. Yes, a call out. It's basically like a call out for information. Tell me your story. What is it that people know? Because right now, when I go to places, most people are like a hush hush. It's like, who's got your fucking public strings? You doing it to your own fucking family? Who are you afraid of? And the strange thing, this person's like my great granddad. I know that but this person's will. It's really okay. This here's one. 1846. Will of in book one, page 37. They have one page of land they own. I will say this. It says that where says that with regards to my great granddaddy makes up a large part of book two. The career of my great granddaddy is remarkable. His religious zeal was more than matched by his business acumen. He was illiterate. He owned one, two, three, three or more parts of an island. I'm not going to give much, but he owned a lot of land, and he owned other things too. So where did it go? I'm in Canada, but looking through my ancestral line, some of the ones that we married into was from the states. He said, "Well, I can connect on one place. I can connect with family to a few of those to a few of those people, and I can connect that you know what my ancestors did, and you know it could actually be some of why they're finding certain things on a specific time. You know, it's a part of are you looking for treasure, actual treasure, or are you just fishing so that you can keep your ratings going? Well, yes, I know that others can connect to their ancestors. So my point is that the ones that fucked my family over, we will find you and you will be taken to task for it. And this is a spirit to spirit. It's got nothing against the family, unless the family knows that they're covering it up themselves. This is new. It's a question of how people can do connect to your ancestors? Do you communicate with them? Like actually talk with them? Because my ancestors are guiding me. They're the ones that's putting the information in front of me that I require. And in all actuality, not everyone can connect with their ancestors. They go through the stuff in order to connect with them. Well, good for you. If you don't, then you don't. But don't come in my channel and tell me how to behave in my own channel because I didn't invite you in. You came in. They might have stole $6 million. But did they hurt? Did they cause harm? Were you taken out of the books? Like you didn't even exist? Did you have your whole, well, your family had $6 million. My family had an they had a lot, and they were giving a lot. Sad thing is, had they asked my grandparents, they would give it to me. So they stole it. And it's part of who stole it and who helped them. Because where I'm at, our government likes to steal our land and then claim it as their own land. But when people come as what they call immigrants, people come and they're promised the whole free land. Everyone should have free land. Because why the fuck should the crown own all the land? Because they don't. And you don't own your, like, you never own your land, and that's why you're paying taxes. And he paid the most taxes. Jealousy and greed gets in the way. And I'm looking to see what really happened. It's that part of making things right because that's why the world is the way it is because everybody just wants to throw everything under the rug and have untold stories because the truth when it comes out, it fucking hurts everyone. He tried to arbitrate 1,000 acres to build on. They never bought it. Okay, so they never got the land. Where did they steal this? They stole $6 million. Yep, right there. My family lost $6 million to other families who don't learn it about it. So businesses still live, and most businesses still are usually connected to the government. That's why people are trying to make changes with the government, trying to expose different things of what they do. When you have like, it's like the church screws you over because the same reverend was for everything, but they're not family. My family, the ones that married into it, everything that was done was for the same reverend. Get the door and she said, "Oh yeah, you can do this stuff. You were trusted." Now I understand why I have a problem with the church. It was also said last night on this tour that some of them come in and had like people who witches. They cost us as witches, and they turned everybody. People would call me a witch because I work with them. I use crystals, I use tarot cards, I use dowsing rods, and I connect with spirit and everything like that. But they'd say, "Oh, you have mental health issues." No, you don't. You're actually connected with your ancestors and you don't understand what's happening. And our ancestors are coming to us because they need our help to sort things out. I looked at one thing today and I was looking at it like, what the fuck? How the hell? Because in one part of it, I was seeing a son and a father. One was married to the father with two brothers and had daughters. One married the father, and the other one married the son in the same family because of the relation between. So we said, holy shit. Like I look on both sides of my family, and on one, two last names are the same, and on the other, two last names are the same. And on one, it's relation. And on the other, I'm trying to figure that out. But see, I look back and it's like, with most families back then, things like that was happening. It was a normal thing, and everybody says incest, incest. Well, I guess it was, yeah. But does anybody look back when they say that the mother gave birth to okay, I'll go back to Uranus and Gaia. Gaia gave birth to Uranus, and Uranus and Gaia were husband and wife. They say with royal families, they keep it in the closet. We're all of royal, but ones that want to be in control, they don't want to be because the crown actually, they don't own it, they steal it. And then they say, oh, well, we'll give you land, but then we're going to charge you taxes. We're going to charge you a bunch of money. If you don't pay it, we're taking it all back. Like you gave me the land. This ain't to be derogatory, but you hear a lot of people saying about like, don't take offense to this because I know a lot of people have heard the term. They class them as Indian givers, but the Indians weren't the Indian givers. It was the government, and they weren't Indians. That was just to turn people against the indigenous communities. All the stuff that they tell you to be afraid of. It was only because they were using it themselves, and it was within the church. They were the worst witches because they were doing it behind your back. You know, you heard of that. Well, I got nothing against religion, and I'd go to church, but people don't. People go now, and some don't even feel welcome. Like church is supposed to be the house of God, not the house of greed and ignorance and splitting people apart. But as everybody's been finding out, there's been a lot of corruption within it. And I know that's why my ancestors are not happy with it. My ancestors worship it. They were farmers at construction. They were carpenters, stonemasons. They were even building the fucking tunnels. And I looked into it. It's two of my great granddaddies. The first one that came here on each side that petitioned the government because the government made them promises. Just like your ancestors. Y mo tuve it's like the spirits are saying, "Do you know who she is yet?" I work with spirit, and that's to know a church, some church like, especially the one where I live. I go there, and I don't feel welcome. They took my ancestors' dialect, which I'm speaking a lot of it, on all sides of it. That's what's happening. They're all speaking, and some of them are just speaking at once, and when they get infuriated, I can't fucking blame them. They turn you against each other and everything. And it's that part of you have your good and you have your bad as it's class. It's like they blamed Indians on my great granddaddy's death. But I got that because that's what they were doing. They were working together. They were learning each other. Crown came in. And then twisted everybody's history around to take people out. I'm trying to figure that out because I can't on the internet I can find stuff. But when I go to these museums and things like that, there's nothing. It's always other people's names. The people that marry into my ancestors' family. In the mid 1700s. And we're all digging for the treasure. So it makes me wonder what happened to my great granddaddy. My great granddaddy. What happened? And I was told by a psychic medium, that from the time I was born to the age of 2, a grumpy old man attached himself to me. And at the same time, my mom came in to the medium and got the medium to tell me that I was going to be okay. Everything. And that was my mom letting me know ahead of that this is what I was going to be experiencing. Only I didn't know. And the way that I knew it was because I thought when I started experiencing it again, I thought back to 1999 when I first experienced it from using a Ouija board, asking for a specific person, and I ended up having an exorcism. So I remembered this time in 2020, I remembered what it was that I was experiencing then. And once I realized what I was experiencing, I was able to get more relaxed and more understanding of what I was going through, what I was experiencing. And I was becoming more and more open to spirit because it was spirit that saved my life. It wasn't a person. Oh no, so my ancestors were living until the 70s. Sickness is caused by man. It's created by man. I People may not like me for saying this, but I have more respect for God. I have more respect for the government. I have more respect for the system because they have more respect for me. They have more respect. And they would do and use anybody and anything possible. They like to try to blackmail someone that appeared in the books that was from in the place came from the States. They're there, and they're the ones that owned like page 37 in the fucking book for land registry. and my great granddaddy owned had the large portion of Book Two. Quello che hanno tutto kind of put the whole large part of Book Two, yep, of the land records. Ran a lumber mill, a biscuit mill, farm, engaged in shipbuilding. You know, spirits there. You're not gonna let them find what they're looking for because they're feeling greedy people. You know, you like to say hello, Aladdin Cave. You know, what does it look for in Aladdin's cave? It looks like a diamond in the rough, right? Real. I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean low crown at the time. I move so fast that everything just. So if I miss things, don't be offended by it, because usually I don't even look at the comments. Whoa! We didn't see that. Wow. I just seen something. Yep, British never did like the French. I married somebody who respected, always looked up to the queen. She wasn't research things. You know, there's been adoptions and people taking other people's last names for wealth and greed to hide their stuff. People being switched at birth, information being messed with. Yes. Crown. See, my family, my ancestors were good. We can live together. And they talk with the Templars, they talk with the Masons, in the church. There's even parts in my family where it's talked about Portuguese, and they're talking about that stuff all on different things. It wouldn't have been the Wild West if certain colonizations didn't come in and try to destroy everybody and everything they worked hard to build. And see, the thing is, I hate those people that did that. I know I had the on one side of my family, they're my ancestors, and it's like, what the fuck? Are they ever gonna fucking grow up and get over themselves and get their fucking heads out of their asses and realize that they're hurting their own fucking oh wait, those are the ones that don't give two shit if they hurt their own family because they murder their own fucking family for $1. How many did you know Cornwallis was giving money to Indians to scalp other people though? Because they didn't want it was like they didn't want blood on their hands. They wanted others to look dirty and bad, but because they made everything about fucking money. Am I cursing? Yeah. Is it good for a female? Well, oh well. Who said I was being my feminine right now? Maybe I'm in my masculine because I can go either or because that's the part of the balance. I embrace my shadows, and my ancestors are my shadows. I may not have physically known them, and I know that they had their dark moments, but I know they also experienced dark moments, and a lot of stuff was so you're looking for that treasure. I want to learn how to talk to spirit and sorts of shit because spirit feels the hurt. Spirit feels the intention. I reached out to different people. I was even told to just go. And even certain people that are affiliated with and know that they can contact certain people don't want to contact them. So what's up with that? Seriously, are you afraid of corruption, or are you worried that show will stop and we'll be out with doing the right thing? Will get you way more acknowledgement. I reached out to one of the people that go on the show, told me to message a certain place. I did. And those places don't get back to you. And they can't say that the site is down because when I messaged them, I seen that they got the message. The world could be wealthy in many ways. I mean, people love the system, but it's greed and ignorance of the system getting away because they don't want having anything. They want you to rely on Earth. And somebody here earlier said businesses. Government is business. It's a profitable business. Why do you think you're getting taxed at the union? Why do you think you're being made to be sick? Because my ancestors had things right. Your ancestors had things right. Before somebody wanted to fill their pocket. So I say it's not about money, pocketbook. It's about what they do because they turned family against one another. And people wonder why others want to destroy the systems. It's because the systems never really work. You would just live believe that they were because of manipulation. And some believe this and some don't. And either way, whatever. No, that's porque eu tô escrever essa luz and I know the spirits are talking to both sides. So if they didn't know that I knew that, yeah, but today it's like going through the pages of the ancestral and then my own family not even like trying not giving me a copy of it. Like seriously, what the hell are you hiding? I have an uncle that the only reason why he wants to look into the ancestry line to see if he's native is so he can prove something to somebody. Seriously, what the fuck's your problem, man? Seriously, you're no better than the people that are flaunting it in your face. Because you want to do the same fucking thing, only you want to say that you got more native blood than they do. Grito turisto como to i osukulai. Krusto koi. We all wonder why we have nothing. It's because we put our life in the hands of corruption and think that they're going to do the right thing. You think that your government should charge the money, charge everything? What the fuck? Can't you make your own decisions? Can't you make your own choices? Why do you need them to tell you how to do something? every $100, you might get $30 of it, and then you don't even get that. I could almost hazard a guess that you might get $5 out of that 100 because the rest of it's going on taxes and paying into a system that just keeps taking and taking and taking and taking and taking and taking. And then because of people like myself that don't vote and people tell me, well, you have no say. No, I'm the one that has say because I didn't give my say to somebody else. Que tutto resterà. And I know the algorithms, because they know who you are. That's why they want to know everything about you. That's why they want to know where you are and what you're doing. You know, if you went and had a shit, they probably want to know that too. You know, people say that sometimes in public washrooms, they put mirrors or in the mirrors, cameras in the mirrors. Your vehicles, they hear everything you fucking say. Everywhere you are, they're hearing me right now. And even when I don't have this on, they have my TV on, they're fucking hearing me. Not only are they hearing me, they see me. Would you like, you know, I should say, would you like me to show you my bare ass? See, I have a hemorrhoid. It's not supposed to be certain things. It's supposed to be abundant. And another reason why I have no respect for groups, affiliations, and also certain churches because they got gold everywhere. We're talking about people being poor. You're having well, because you're saying, give me your money. God wants your money. I in a church. We're at the beginning of a church. The pastor said that God wants you to give 10% of your income. Seriously. So what did certain people, you know, they say make a deal with the devil? Certain people make a deal with the devil and have everything taken because the church, a certain reverend church, what have you, promised them something. There are people finding God, spirit, but it doesn't have to be because it's not through other people that you find it. It's through you. So my great granddaddy ancestor could not read, could not write, but was one hell of a businessman. Had his religious seal and everything. What? Did he still kiss mouths? Question. I would say that's when you stop doing it. Keep up the police, you know? It's not the people of the church that I just respect. It's the ones in charge of it. That's hurting the people, taking from the people, manipulating the people, making people afraid of other religions and symbols and signs. I'll be afraid of a star. What? Because, you know, certain, did you ever look at rituals? Because isn't there a lot of fucking rituals in the church? They tell you certain places. I'm not mocking you guys. I'm not mocking it. I'm just saying, isn't there certain churches that tell you you got to eat a piece of bread and drink a bit of purple juice or wine or what have you? Because it's the blood and the flesh. Here, eat the blood and the flesh of a person. This is the way set up with the doing. I class that as fucking cannibalism. Whether people want to say it's a metaphor or not. Didn't they say that they stabbed him and then they took, what was it, the Holy Grail, and they put it in it? Who said that they put the blood and the water because it was blood and water mixed, and they put it in the Holy Grail and they drank it? Seriously, like when people die and people are getting buried, what they do, they drain them of blood. Why do that? Why do you want your family members fucking lasting a long time? You can't see them. Why can't you just like say, no, like just put them to peace? Because your body will decay a lot sooner. Makes me wonder, like, why? Why are you draining the blood? Why are you draining everything out of your body? Like, look, you want them to last longer in a grave? Like they did back then, mummify, wrap them in cloth. But I don't understand why people think they're like draining someone of their blood when they're dead. They say, oh, it's put into a so that they don't smell in the room. Well, I'm here to tell you, if they didn't have, if they just did what they were meant to do, when the body dies, fine, when the body dies, put them to rest then. Why do you gotta wait days? You're draining them of their blood and fucking like painting them up. I know they say because people want to see their family members before they go. I understand that. But it doesn't mean I get it. because when you look at them, they don't even look like a person. They just look like wax. Because I know, like, when I went funerals, I looked at them, they didn't look like. I can see when people pass and they want to find out what caused them to pass. I don't want to remember what they were. Like, I can feel my great grandmother the horrifying that she's seen right in front of her husband having his being killed. And just what a half-year-old child seeing it. This whole last night that they would take it in the middle of the community. They would take the freaking kids to see people being hugged. And when I was there, I could just hear laughing. I don't care what they did. You don't put a kid in front and watch something like that. And then we wonder why they're exposed to shit like that from such a young age. This is what my ancestors, because what they see sure seems full. And that's what we will have experiences. We have nightmares that it's because you're being shown. Sometimes we're experiencing what they've experienced. Because sometimes that's the only way it helps to change. But when I go to these places and I give a little bit of who I am or my ancestors, yes, I get. And then I get those with my own self, that they know something. And it's sometimes they feel like that feel old. Treasure hunters. They want to know the history. It's like, most of them, they just see dollar signs. It's like, it's taken from the community. And it's way over fucking yonder. And then people have a hell of a time trying to get back. I know where I'm at, one of the indigenous museums, they're having one fuck of a time trying to get some of the stuff that already belongs here. They're having one hell of a time with the government trying to bring it back. They claim ownership. And then certain times, museums will sell it to the highest bidder. Really? Shouldn't that actually go to the community? If it's like they said, like paintings, people will pay like millions and millions of dollars for certain paintings. Where does that money go? Because it doesn't go to the people, which it actually should. It should go to the ancestors, to the families of that person. And I just felt that some people did like what I just said. So that's really agreed. What would I do if I was healthy? I'd be sharing it with a lot of people and because I'm going to look at it as being healthy. I'd be looking at it as a means anyway to help everyone and be from it and all these systems fuck yourself because we're going back. We're going back. We're not going backwards in time, but we're bringing forward the ways that work, the ways that you know, now this place that was once wealthy that I went to do for last night was once wealthy. Greed took all that wealth away. How many people? Delivered something from a picture. Like when I look at the paperwork, stuff that I have. Oh yeah. And I even have more down here. Putting the pieces of the puzzle together. When I look at that, it's like holy crap, man. It is like because everything is scattered all over. I mean, that's where I look to do cross reference because there's so many names the same. That's the fucked up part. I was looking at some, it's like, what? Like, holy crap, man. And I did. I literally had to scream. And people can look at me how they want. It's that part of you don't know who I am. You don't know what my story is. You don't know what I'm here to be doing. I don't, it's not me that I work for humans. I'm here to do work. Some people say God, I say spirit, because I'm here to look at the focus for for the back. To naturalize, I don't use medicine or anything like that. I'm working on everything. Do I know about the different plants and stuff like that? No, because spirit has me focused on helping everyone as a whole. And that's why I believe sometimes I look crazy, I look foolish, or if I look like I'm annoying myself, that's for sure me, because I know how I look. I don't, like my channel's not for everyone. Some like me, some love me, some hate me, some like me, some, you know, some people who wish ill on me or throw ill on me. And those are the ones that they never want to keep, the part of the untold stories. I'm telling my story, and I know she feel it's tradition. Emotion. I'm pretty proud of myself because it means that I have the courage to be able to put myself out there to show others that it is okay to feel the way you feel, to go against the way it's a system that tells you you need to shut it down. Because if you don't shut it down, or if, yeah, if you don't shut it down, you can't be properly. You're not properly considered a liability. Simply people do. And that's okay. So ancestors put us there to help them to heal the past, present, and by humanizing this now to look into it, to see where things went wrong, so that we don't keep repeating history that we have made. I have been looking and know that it's time for people to start looking, start speaking up, and stop just settling. Some people say they're happy where they are. You're happy where you are. 그래. 그래도 또 오늘 사는 하늘이 흠뻑해서 이어도 있어. I know for some it's hard to understand what I unfold and things that I say or my actions, behavior right now, what I'm witnessing. But I'm being honest, it wasn't people who saved me. It's not because they believe in me. And I'm grateful for that. Certain people are coming around. But I know there's still strong. Because people mostly don't believe because they feel, why are you taking my family? Why are you taking everything from us? And then they blame God when it's not. It's great. And these are some of the lessons that my ancestors are probably learning themselves. They just don't go back to the mid 1700s. So I'm gonna leave it at that because I'm just giving my cards. Yes. Holy crap, man. What a clearing. It's all going like it's going down my throat and it's coming up my nose and my tears. And everything seems salty sometimes. Este problema que le dan después que la madre crea un culo de total. There are two ways of spreading light to be a candle or a mirror that reflects it. So with that being said, I'm sending you all much love, light, many blessings, most importantly, potential to be big, bold, and brave. Most importantly, be yourself. Be your authentic self. You are not who somebody says you are or you have to be. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and know that you are more powerful and have the strength that you can conquer. I'm sending you all love and wishing you all an awesome weekend. 我也是来。